You need to hear this if you're an invisible caretaker. This is for the one who gives and gives, whose efforts go unseen, whose heart carries the weight of everyone else's world. Can you feel it? That quiet ache behind your ribs? The one you've learned to carry like a secret stone in your pocket? The one you smooth over with a smile while asking, "How are you?" for the 10th time today? You've become so skilled at holding space for others that you've forgotten what it feels like to occupy your own space. To breathe without monitoring someone else's breath. To exist without being needed. I see you. The one who cancels plans to sit with a friend's grief. The one who remembers everyone's coffee orders but forgets to drink your own. The one who patches up broken relationships while your own heart cracks silently in the dark. You've built your identity on being the steady one, the reliable one, the always there one. And somewhere along the way you started believing your worth was measured by how much you could carry for others. How many emergencies you could solve. How many tears you could dry before your own fell. But here's the truth you've buried beneath years of "I'm fine." You are exhausted. Not just tired, soul tired. The kind of tired that settles in your bones when you've given pieces of yourself away until you can't find the whole anymore. You feel responsible for everyone's happiness except your own. You mistake guilt for love. You confuse depletion for devotion. And when you finally collapse into bed at 2 a.m., the only thought echoing in the silence is, "Am I even allowed to need someone?" That whisper, that's your soul knocking. Not to ask for more strength to give, but to beg you to receive. Just once, just for you. Welcome, precious one, to the Healing Room 11. This isn't a lecture about boundaries or a pep talk about self-care. This is a sanctuary for the invisible caretakers, the quiet heroes who've forgotten their own names beneath the weight of everyone else's needs. Today we're not here to fix you, we're here to witness you, to wrap you in words that feel like a hand gently pressing your shoulder and saying, "You don't have to earn this rest. It's yours, simply because you exist." This is a journey back to yourself, a sacred space where your exhaustion isn't a failure, but a compass pointing you home. So let the world wait, let the to-do lists blur. For these next moments, you are not here to give, you are here to receive. To remember that the most radical act of love you can offer isn't to others, it's to the quiet, weary soul inside you that's been waiting for this moment. Let's begin by releasing the lie you've carried like a second heartbeat. If I stop giving, I become unlovable. Breathe out that story. Breathe out the fear that without your service you're worthless. Feel it leaving your body like chains dissolving in warm rain. Today I choose to receive as fiercely as I give. Today I choose to receive as fiercely as I give. You've been taught that love is a currency. You must earn it through sacrifice, but true love isn't transactional. It's not something you do, it's something you are. And you are worthy of it, not for what you provide, but for the simple sacred fact that you breathe. So let's rewrite the story. You are not a well to be drawn from until dry. You are a whole river, deep, flowing and endlessly replenished. My presence is my present. I don't have to earn love through service. My presence is my present. I don't have to earn love through service. Think of the last time you sat with someone in pain. Remember how you didn't fix them? You simply held space. You didn't demand they do anything to deserve your compassion. You offered it freely. Now place that same tenderness toward yourself. You don't need to do anything to deserve your own care. Your mere existence is enough. I'm allowed to exist without being useful. I'm allowed to exist without being useful. You've mastered the art of making yourself small, shrinking your needs, silencing your voice, folding yourself into the shape others require. But your soul wasn't made to be a shadow. It was made to take up space, to stretch, to breathe without apology. So today, we reclaim your right to occupy your own life. My needs are not selfish, they are sacred. My needs are not selfish, they are sacred. That ache in your chest when you cancel your plans for someone else, that's not guilt, it's your intuition whispering, this isn't balance, this is erasure. You've been conditioned to believe self-care is indulgence, but listen closely. Filling your cup isn't vanity, it's survival. How can you pour from an empty vessel? How can you light others' paths when your own flame is smothered? Resting isn't abandoning others. It's honoring my ability to keep showing up. Resting isn't abandoning others. It's honoring my ability to keep showing up. Remember the oxygen mask rule on airplanes. You secure your own before assisting others. Not because you're selfish, but because if you pass out, no one gets help. Your well-being isn't a luxury. It's the foundation of your service. When you refill your spirit, you don't diminish your capacity to love. You expand it. My worth isn't measured by my availability. My worth isn't measured by my availability. You've tied your value to how many people you can hold together, but love isn't a tally sheet. You are not more lovable when you're exhausted and less lovable when you're rested. Your essence, your quiet strength, your gentle heart, your resilient spirit is always enough. Even when you're still in bed. Even when you say no. Even when you're simply being. I release the belief that I must fix what's broken in others. I release the belief that I must fix what's broken in others. You've carried the weight of others' healing like it was yours to bear, but you are not responsible for their journey. You are only responsible for your own presence. You can offer compassion without absorbing their pain. You can witness without becoming their savior. Your role isn't to mend the world, it's to tend to your corner of it without burning yourself alive. I am not failing others by prioritizing my peace. I am not failing others by prioritizing my peace. That voice whispering, they'll be hurt if I rest. It's not truth, it's fear masquerading as love. True love doesn't demand self-sacrifice. It respects boundaries. It honors wholeness. When you choose yourself, you teach others how to love you, not as a servant, but as a whole human being. My silence is not consent to be depleted. My silence is not consent to be depleted. You've said yes when your soul screamed no. You've nodded while your heart shattered. But your exhaustion is a language. Let it speak. When you're tired, say I need space. When you're full, say I can't give more. Your limits aren't walls. They're the sacred fences around your soul's garden. Tend them gently. I trust that the world will hold itself while I hold myself. You've carried the illusion that without you, everything will collapse. But life is resilient. People have inner strength you've forgotten to see because you've been so busy being their strength. Release the burden of being the linchpin. The universe doesn't rest on your shoulders. It flows through you when you're nourished. My emptiness isn't love. It's a cry for my own attention. My emptiness isn't love. It's a cry for my own attention. That hollow feeling when you've given too much. It's not proof you're failing, it's proof you're human. You are not a machine built to run endlessly. You are a living, breathing ecosystem that requires sunlight, water, and rest. When you feel empty, it's not a call to give more, it's a call to receive. Today, I receive love as freely as I give it. Today, I receive love as freely as I give it. Feel the weight of these words settling into your bones. You are allowed to be cared for. You are allowed to be held. You are allowed to lean. Let someone bring you soup when you're sick. Let someone listen to you without you fixing their pain. This isn't weakness. It's the bravest rebellion against a world that taught you love is earned through suffering. I am not responsible for other people's reactions to my boundaries. I am not responsible for other people's reactions to my boundaries. When you finally say, "I can't," someone might call you selfish. When you rest, someone might call you lazy. But their discomfort isn't your burden. It's the sound of their own unmet needs echoing back at you. You're not here to soothe their guilt for taking your energy. Protect your peace like the sacred thing it is. My compassion begins within. My compassion begins within. You've poured love into others like a sacred ritual while your own heart went thirsty. But here's the secret. The love you withhold from yourself starves your ability to love others. When you nurture your own spirit, your compassion deepens. When you honor your limits, your presence becomes more powerful. You don't diminish your light by tending to it, you make it brighter for everyone. I am worthy of the care I so freely give. I am worthy of the care I so freely give. Breathe in and feel the truth of this. You deserve the same tenderness you offer others. Breathe out and release the lie that you must earn rest through exhaustion. You are not a tool. You are not a resource. You are a human being worthy of care simply because you exist. My rest is revolutionary. My rest is revolutionary. In a world that profits from your burnout, choosing yourself is an act of quiet rebellion. When you rest, you declare, "I'm not here to serve. I'm here to live." This isn't laziness, it's liberation. And in this liberation, you become more, not less, capable of changing the world. I am not broken for needing help. I am human for asking. I am not broken for needing help. I am human for asking. That shame you feel when you finally say, "I can't do this alone," it's the ghost of old lies whispering that vulnerability is weakness. But you know, true strength isn't carrying the weight alone. It's reaching out your hand and saying, "Hold me up while I catch my breath. Let someone be your sanctuary today." I release the need to be everything to everyone. I release the need to be everything to everyone. You are not a superhero. You are a human being with finite energy, finite time, and a heart that needs tending. And that is more than enough. You don't have to be all things to all people to prove your love. Sometimes the greatest gift you offer is simply showing up as you, tired, imperfect, and beautifully human. My worth is inherent. It does not diminish when I say no. My worth is inherent. It does not diminish when I say no. Feel the weight of this truth. Saying no to others is saying yes to your soul. When you protect your energy, you aren't failing anyone. You're honoring the sacred contract you made with yourself long ago. I will keep you safe. Sweet soul, you've carried the weight of the world for so long that you've forgotten what it feels like to stand in your own 2 feet without bending. But today, something shifted. Today, you let someone else hold you. Not as a burden, but as a sacred trust. You allowed yourself to receive the very love you've spent your life giving away. And in that receiving, you remembered a truth buried beneath years of service. You are not here to be used up. You are here to be lived. This isn't about becoming selfish. It's about becoming whole. When you pour from a full cup, your love doesn't diminish, it overflows. When you rest without guilt, your presence becomes a sanctuary instead of a sacrifice. You are not abandoning others by choosing yourself. You are teaching them how to love a whole you, not a hollowed-out version. So whenever the old voice whispers, "You should be doing more," remember this moment. Remember the warmth of these words settling into your bones. Remember that your rest isn't stolen time, it's reclaimed life. You are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to need. You are allowed to be soft, tired, and beautifully imperfect. The world doesn't need you to be everything. It needs you to be you. Not the version that pleases, fixes, or saves, but the version that breathes, feels, and exists without apology. So go gently now. Wrap yourself in this truth like a blanket, and whenever you forget your worth, return here. You're not broken for needing care. You're not selfish for setting boundaries. You're not less lovable for choosing yourself. You are here to receive as fiercely as you give. And that is enough, more than enough. Sacred, beloved, whole. This is your permission slip, your homecoming, your reminder that the most important relationship you'll ever nurture is the one with the quiet, weary, magnificent soul inside you. So breathe deep, love. The world can wait. You've earned this rest.